Skin the Heart Always Something T. Back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, greatly appreciate you sliding through this thing. I ain't gonna take too much of y'all time today. You just got to give my post fight reaction because I didn't give my post fight reaction this weekend. You know what I mean? It was Super Bowl weekend. Kind of had, kind of was tied up in it. You know what I mean? We got some fights this weekend as well. Go hit y'all with the fight breakdown and prediction. A little later on today after this CP. But we gonna do our weekend. We gonna do our weekend wrap up. We gonna do our weekend wrap up. You know what I mean? On Monday. Y'all know we do it Sundays. We do it Mondays, depending on how the flow of the week go. You know what I mean? Today is a Monday. But really, I only want to talk about two fights, two fighters. You know what I mean? In particular, O'Shaquie Foster versus Ray Vargas, and I want to talk about Caroline Dubois fight this weekend. My fantasy fighter, Caroline Dubois. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all hit that like. But let me see if YouTube make this video go yellow or is this still green? Okay, this one's still green so far. Let me refresh it. Though, let me say what's up to BC. What's good, BC? Appreciate you sliding through this, John BC. Glad you could make it. TWT in the building. What's good, BC? TWT in the building. Shout out my guy D Free. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, D Free. Glad you could make it. TWT in the building. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, man. But yeah, so we go and get into it. I don't know if y'all too familiar, with Caroline Dubois. Now her opponent she fought this weekend. I ain't finna sit here and cap to y'all like she beat no world beater, you know what I mean, or nothing like that. Her fight before this one was a little more competitive, than this fight, right? But I'm noticing something with Miss Caroline Dubois. And Miss Caroline Dubois, man, is becoming a problem, man. Gonna get a boss record. Like she becoming a real problem, you know what I mean? Not just, because she's winning these fights. It's the way that she's winning these fights. Now I've been lucky enough to see, all six of her fights, right? All six of her professional fights. And I'm everything, including impressed. You know what I mean, with Miss Caroline Dubois. I'm about to bring up her box rate. So we can put a name with a face. Damn it, man. Hold on. At first blood of the day, man. But I digress. I hit that hole too hard. That hole went down the wrong pipe. Know this shit, motherfucker. If he get me, I got blunt caught me sleeping. Blunt smoked me that time. All right, but I digress. Not just that Caroline Dubois is winning these fights, right? But it's the way that she's winning these fights. I've been lucky enough to catch all six of her professional fights. If their name sounded familiar to you, right? Caroline Dubois, it's because that is I was about to call that man Joe Du Bois. I might as well call him Joe Du Bois, huh? The way Joe Joyce did him, right? Joe Joyce took his eye. But if that name sound familiar to you, Caroline Du Bois, it's because this is Daniel's, Daniel Du Bois. This is his little sister, Caroline, Daniel Du Bois, Danny Du Bois, same family. I got a joke I like to say, Caroline Du Bois, the best Du Bois, you know what I mean, in the family. And right now, man, she may be, trying to prove me right. You know what I mean? 6-0, 5 KOs, 22 years old, 5'5", Southpaw from the UK. She fights at the lightweight division, right? So she fights at a smaller weight class, but this is the first thing that jumps out to me, y'all. 6 wins, 5 KOs. It's not just the fact that she is winning these fights, it's the way that she's winning these fights, right? If you ain't, got an eye on Carolina the boy shit, right? You ain't, checking it out. You ain't heard of it, right? You ain't peeped out early in her career, though. But I'm telling you, this is one to watch for, right? When we think about women's boxing, AB, the IT, the Al Heyman of this shit. What's good, Pimpy? Appreciate you sliding through this, John Al. I mean, AB. Glad you can make a pimp TWT in the build. What's good, AB? Appreciate you sliding through. I'm doing my weekend wrap up. On the Monday. We talking about Mr. Boyce. You know what I mean right now. But if this a fighter that y'all ain't caught on to yet, I'm telling you now, man, y'all might want to catch on tour. Again, if the name sound familiar, this is Daniel, little sister. Okay, there we go. If the name look familiar, this is Daniel's little sister. You know what I mean? But Caroline, man, she's not just beating these people, and she ain't fought no world beaters yet, right? Her last opponent was 10-7. Her opponent before that was 5-7, right? And her opponent before that was 10-14. You got 11-10, 5-8, and you got 2-14, right? So she not fighting, you know what I mean? No world beaters. She not fighting no top fighters in the division, right? What's good, Quick? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Quick. Glad you can make it, sis. Queen in the building. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Queen. Josh Saunders, 86, what's good, fam? Appreciate you sliding through this jump. TWT in the building. What's good? Appreciate y'all sliding through this thing. But yeah, we having us a Carolina the boys conversation right now. Weekend wrap up. I was highly impressed. I put the two fighters up here, right? Because these are the two fighters that I was most impressed with this weekend. So I just wanted to come here and give them their flowers. But yeah, the best the boys, Carolina the boys, 6-0, 5 KOs, right? Her she had a points win, right, in her very first fight. Went all 6 rounds. But since then, she's now on a 5-fight knockout streak, right? 2 of the fights ending in the first round. 2 of the fights, 2 of the knockouts ending in the first round. 4 out of 5 of the knockouts ending before the 4th round, right? And then she got 1 knockout in the 5th round. The knockout in the 5th round, you see her against Melania Colavia, right? Her record is 10-14. But if you go back, this is the fight, right, that I would, I would recommend y'all go back and watch, right? If you want to go back and watch the voice fight, you want to see her challenged a little bit, right? You want to see her have to actually, box, see her search for the knockout, see her have to use, her tools, because this Melania Colavia lady, Melania Colavia. Because Melania Colavia, right, she made it, kind of tough for the boys in this fight, which is why, the boys ended up getting the knockout in the 5th round in that. But that was a good fight. You know what I mean? If you've never seen the fight, you want to check out more than just, right, a quote-unquote bum bashing, right? Melania Colavia gave the boys, a little run for her money. Interesting fight. She had to box her way to that knockout, did Carolina the boys. But in her fight this Saturday, MP, what's good, MP? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. Let me get down to it. What's good, MP? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. TWT in the building. Fizzle. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Fizzle. Glad you can make it pimp. TWT in the building. Take, MMA. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, making my day. What's good, Queen? Appreciate you sliding through. TWT in the building. MP, what the fuck? What's good, pimp? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. These TWTs is in the building. Y'all making me drop the flames early this morning. Appreciate y'all folks sliding through this thing. And right on cue, Big Tex fire right in this thing. What's good, Big Tex? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. TWT in the building. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy, man. Whether you gonna be here for a good time or a long time, whether you just passing through. I know other people live, right? I know people going to work, right? I know y'all busy people. Greatly appreciate everybody sliding through. If y'all could just tap that thumbs up for your boy. Tap that thumbs up for your boy, man. Greatly appreciate it. But we're in here having us. We doing our weekend wrap up. We talking about Carolina, the boys right now. Let me check that back up there. We talking about you know what I mean, Carolina, the boys, one of these phenomenal women we got in women's boxing. One of these phenomenal women we got in women's boxing. She coming off a knockout victory. You know what I mean? This weekend, she knocked the girl down. How many times officially did she knock her down? She knocked the girl down. She knocked the girl down once, right? The girl pretty much was out there. She girl was out there pretty much trying to protect herself, right? But Carolina, the boys displayed some of the nastiest body work, right, I ever seen. You know what I mean, from a woman, right? Like it was like vicious body work. It's certain women, right, in women's boxing, right? They just stand out, like they kind of just pop out, right? And of course, Clarissa Shields, right? She kind of the pillar, the head of it, right? She the GOAT. But it's like it's certain women like Clarissa Shields, Shadeja Green, you know what I mean? And I know it's early, but you know, kind of just like I did with Clarissa Shields, right? It was a little easier with Clarissa Shields because she had the gold medals and all that and whatnot. But just like kind of like I did with Clarissa Shields, how I did with Shadeja Green 2 weeks ago after her performance against Ellen Cinderus, right? Me, Sudden T, right? It don't take me, you know, certain people you could tell like they just different, right? Like certain people you see them fight, you like, oh yeah, that's a good fighter. You see them fight, like, oh yeah, that fighter could, you know, that fighter could be something, right? And then there's other fighters you see fight, and you be like, oh yeah, man, they got it. You be like, they different, like Jerome Boots Ennis, you know what I mean? Shadeja Green, Clarissa Shields. I'm adding Caroline Du Bois, you know what I mean, to that list, right? David Morrell Jr., you know what I mean? These young prospects, certain young prospects, right, just look a little different, you know what I mean, from the crop. Like certain fighters, they just got that extra about them, right? And Carolina, the boys most definitely has that extra about him. A fighter like Clarissa Shields, you know she got that extra about her, right? Because she don't get the knockouts, right? And she's still, you know, must see TV. She's still electric. Her fights are still, you know what I mean, masterpieces. With Carolina, the boys, 6 KOs, 5 knockouts. She's something different. BC, what's good, BC? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, BC. Glad you can make it, pimp. TWT in the building. What's good, brother? Appreciate you sliding through. We having us a boxing conversation this morning. I'm doing my weekend wrap up. Want to talk about two fighters in particular. Caroline the Boyce being the first. Her fight, she pretty much dominated it, right? But I'm talking about her, as a whole, right? And what she's, where she's at right now, because I had to, again, like I had the pleasure of seeing all her fights. So I saw her first fight where she went the distance, right, and then I saw her knock that one person out, right, and me thinking, okay, she's not one person out. Then I saw her knock them two people out, right, and then I'm like, damn, she knocked two people out in a row. And then I saw her knock that third person out in her fourth fight. I'm like, damn, Carolina Boyce is knocking motherfuckers out, and she didn't get to 3 fights since then, and she still, knocking motherfuckers out now. So she probably didn't felt it. I done seen all of her fights. I done seen all Scott Nicholson fights, right? They both fight on the zone boxer, over there, depending on the card. You know what I mean? Yeah, facts, AB. Facts, AB. I heard her song. Facts, AB. Facts, AB. She sure can. I heard that thing on Twitter when she dropped it. Yep. And she gonna get better if she keep doing it. She gonna get better if she keep doing it. Right, but I digress. Appreciate y'all folks sliding through this thing. If y'all could hit that thumbs up for your boy, greatly appreciate you sliding through this thing. But what was I saying? Y'all know I be high. Y'all know I be happy forgetting what the fuck I be saying. Hold on, y'all know how to do it around something. Y'all know I be high. Oh yeah, boom. Bruce Gas, what's good? I remember what I was saying now. What's good, Bruce Gas? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Bruce. Glad you can make it, pimp. Glad you can make it. OG in the building. What you smoking on, Bruce? But yeah, right. So I had the pleasure of seeing, all of Caroline the Boyce fights, right? So I saw the first fight, when she didn't get the knockout, wedding cake for sure, Bruce. And I seen her, knock everybody out since then. So it clicked for her, right? And it clicked for her early. Now, I know she ain't fought, no world beaters, no champions, no former champions, or nothing like that. All this coming, right? But I'm looking at her maturation from fight 1 to fight 6. I'm looking at the technique, right? I'm looking at her athleticism. I'm looking at the intent that she throws with her punches, right? Because of, and I say this right, because of Clarissa Shields and what she did and who she is, a lot of these women, right? We about to start to see, like we see, the Caroline the Boyces coming up, right? We about to start seeing a lot more of these, Caroline the Boyces, these young women, flashing this spectacular talent, right? I could say, Clarissa Shields, she started early. She was raw, right? The Boyce is watching the Shields, right? Nicholson is watching the Shields. You got, these young women watching Shields, right? Nobody fought like Clarissa Shields up until Clarissa Shields, right? But Clarissa Shields grew into that, right? So now you got people being able to watch her beforehand and already, okay, she doing this now, so I'm gonna go ahead and start doing this now. We remember when Clarissa Shields used to kind of, windmill her punches a little bit, coming up. We see Clarissa Shields clink that up. Now she throws sharp jabs, right? We remember when Clarissa Shields used to windmill her hooks to the body, right? We seen her tighten it up. Now she throw, now she turning her punches, right? When she go to the body into the head, right? So we seen Clarissa Shields a maturation. You got women like Caroline the Boyce who get a chance to watch her, right? And outside of Caroline the Boyce first fight, right? A little shaky. But since then, Caroline the Boyce, then got it. We're about to start seeing a lot more of these Shadeja Greens, right? A lot more of these Caroline the Boyces, popping up through here, right? Because now they got something to aim for, right? They see where a fighter like Clarissa Shields is at, right? And now you got more of them actually getting into, boxing or even getting shots, right? There's good women out here. You just got to find them, right? I mentioned Shadeja Green, right? There's good women out here. You just got to find them. Now you got these women, right, like Shadeja Green getting these shots because of, like women like Clarissa Shields. I think Caroline the Boyce is along that. I'm saying that because there's a few women who are, in that Clarissa Shields tree, Michaela Maya in that Clarissa Shields tree, right? Her Olympic partner. There's a few fighters in that tree, you know what I mean? And Caroline DuBois is one of those, Alyssa Bumgarner, you know what I mean? One of those fighters that got opportunity, you know what I mean? Because Clarissa Shields brought, you know, and I'm just keeping it real, man. You can take it how you want them, but we wouldn't be paying attention to women's boxing if it weren't for Clarissa Shields, right? A lot of these women, I'm not saying that they haven't earned it, right? But what I'm saying is women's boxing was dead, like, right? People been saying boxing is dead, right? Boxing was never dead. Women's boxing, damn show, was dead before Clarissa Shields, right? I'm not, and you can't tell me, and y'all can't tell me that I'm lying. Women's boxing has been growing ever since that little lady from Michigan got her ass, you know what I mean, in boxing type deal. Because I sure wasn't paying, I ain't gonna lie to you, I sure wasn't, and I knew it was happening. I wasn't paying attention to it, you know what I mean, before I saw this lady fight the way that she fight, you know what I mean? She brought a different kind of excitement, a different kind of style to women's boxing. I'm not even sure how I even got on Clarissa. I think I was, matter of fact, I was watching it was like her bio was on something, like they ran her bio, and then I found out about, you know, what her stepdad and shit used to do to her, type shit. And from there, bro, I was locked in, dog. Because her story, right? You would think, bro, if that lady was white, she'd be an American hero, dog, with that story that she got, with where she came from, like Flint. Y'all know Flint, no, you don't even got water and shit, you know what I mean? But with Flint, her stepdaddy, her real daddy, right, going to jail. Then her stepdaddy coming in, doing that shit that he did to her and to them and shit. And then her going to the Olympics, winning that jump twice. And then in 12 fights, getting undisputed, you know what I mean, in 2 different divisions, 3 times total. You know what I mean, having like 12 belts, having like winning the championship belt every goddamn fight. You know what I mean? She really got, dude, was good. She really got the American dream story, right? You know what I'm saying? So motherfuckers saw that. And they see, oh damn, well, if she now it's like well, she could do it, they pay attention to her. I got a shot. And I think Caroline DuBois is one of them women, right, who go benefit from Clarissa Shields, you know what I'm saying, doing what she did, being a pillar of women's boxing. And I said all that to say, Caroline DuBois is one of them ones, man, inside that ring for sure, right? Not everybody got their story right, but as far as like just having hands, just being different, like talent jumping off the screen, different in women's boxing. Caroline DuBois is one of them ones. I just seen 6 fights. I seen all the fights. I don't gotta see no more, right? All I gotta see her now is do it against, you know what I mean, one of those champions or one of those former champions, right? But she putting it all together, and she putting it all together well. I'm gonna say this too. You know, because I got to keep it, I got to keep it balanced, right? I got to get on them just a little bit. At this point, I don't really want to see. I don't think there's a need, right, for Caroline DuBois to fight anymore. 10-7s, 5-7s, 10-14, 11-10s, 5-8s, 2-14s. You know what I mean? I don't think it's no reason at this point, right, to see her, you know, fight anymore. Let me say what's up to people in chat. What's good, dude? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. Glad you can make it. TWT in the bid. Shit, I'm tripping, but I tried to hit the dragon. I hit the fucking outro. I hit the fucking intro. Shit. AB said facts. I can imagine it's 100,000 young girls training right now, just to be like them. Yeah, facts. Like it's starting to make a, you know what I mean? Starting to make a comeback for a second. That shit was dead, bro. Like no cap. I sure wasn't paying attention to it. I probably never would have paid attention to it if it weren't for, you know what I mean, Clarissa Shields having having the story that she got. Accomplishing what she accomplished with the Olympics, and then coming in and, you know, snatching up all them belts crazy like that, and having the brashness and the boldness to tell everybody what she doing, why she doing it. You know what I mean? That's part of the reason why I like it too. I like just listening to her talk her shit. What's good, Conor Loco? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, pimp. Yeah, I mean, but and Kano, shit, I hollered at my folks, Kano, and ain't nobody got shit going on. They ain't got shit going on, Kano. Ain't shit going on, Kano. About what I hit you up about in the inbox or the other day, yesterday. I hollered at them. They ain't got shit going on. But yeah, I digress. I digress. But Caroline the boys, but Caroline the boys looked for sure. Caroline the boys, you know, she looked damn good in her fight, right? But at this point now, right, and I don't want this to come off like, you know, critiquing her like that or you know, in a bad way, because like I said, she one of them ones, right? Clarissa Shields, Shadeja Green, Caroline the boys, you know what I mean? They just look different, right? They look Alyssa Bumgarner, right? They just look a little different from everybody else. Like when I see them, I see something a little different. And Michaela Meyer too, honestly, to an extent. She felt Bumgarner, right? And she pushed him. But you know, but but them four, and we may actually get a Michaela Meyer, Caroline the boss fight, you know, on down the road, because they at the same division or around the same division. I think Michaela Meyer officially went up, right? But she ain't had a fight there yet. But to 35. So they actually are in the same division now, right? So yeah, so that's a fight, you know, we could see, you know, later on. Actually, the Caroline Du Bois and Michaela Meyer. But right now, right, we're seeing Caroline Du Bois, her growth and how she putting everything together so fast. I think we don't need to see her in there, you know, with no more 10 and 7s and 11s and 14, right? I think it's time to put it in there, you know, with you know, like one of those former champions, a fighter that's gonna give her, you know, a real test, right? And if she's able to knock out, you know, a crafty veteran, right, or at least somebody with a winning record, right? You know what I mean? With a winning record, you know, at least, you know, like a 20-0, something like that, 22-1. You know, this is women's boxing, right? So they can find a champion, right, in their division, or you know, a former champion to get her a fight, because these are women, right? They get the opportunities early, because like Clarissa Shields said, right, the field is a little more scarce, you know what I mean, in women's boxing. So they tend to get these, you know, title shots a little earlier. Alyssa Bumgarner fought a multi-division champion in her 7th fight or her 6th fight or something like that, right? Clarissa Shields fought a multi-division champion in her 5th fight. It was either like her 4th or 5th fight. You know what I mean? And I think Du Bois, right, is at that stage right now where, you know, I think you could put it in the ring with one of those champions or one of those, you know, contenders, one of those top ranked women. I think she'll do just well. Just talent wise, looking at her, you know what I mean? She got the IQ, she got the boxing ability. She come from a boxing family. Her brother, you know, is a top heavyweight contender, top 10 heavyweight contender, top 7 heavyweight contender, right? Top 5, depending on which sanctioning body you looking at, right? Contender. So she come from the boxing family. You can clearly see the pedigree on her, right? Man, so I think she ready. I think she one of them ones. I got two new favorite women boxers in the last like 3 weeks. So 2023, they started off great. You know what I mean? For your boy Shadeja Green, you know what I mean? I had heard about her before, right? But she stepped up to that big stage and she handled business, you know what I mean? So she made a huge fan out of me. I just seen Caroline Du Bois. I done seen all Caroline Du Bois 6 professional fights. You know what I mean? I seen the first one where she didn't get the knockout. I bet it on the win straight up. Then I picked her to win on points in the second fight, and she knocked the girl out, right? And then I bet on her to win on knockout, and she knocked the girl out, right? And then I bet on her to win on knockout again, and she knocked the girl out, right? And then I bet on her to win on knockout again, and she knocked the girl out, right? And then she just knocked the girl out last Saturday when I bet on her to win on knockout. So she becoming one of my goddamn favorite fighters, because just from, you know, constant repetition of watching her and seeing her actually put on, you know, when she get in that thing. So man, she must see TV, to be real with you. 6 fights, 5 KOs. You know what I mean? I technically missed her whole fight, the last one, because I think I was in there cooking some shit, but I came back and the fucking girl was falling on the ground. It's like I walked in right when she was knocking her ass out or some shit like that. But I caught the replays and shit like this. So she out here putting motherfuckers out before I could even come back and sit down and watch her fully, you know, in fight 6. You know what I mean? So 2023 to start out great for me, type deal. And this Carolina boy's second fight, you know what I mean, of the year already. So she active, you know what I mean. So I think the next fight, man, they could take the training wheels off, or they could take the pamper off or pacify, and they could put it, in that fight. Because I really don't even think it's fight. I think the person that she fight go be in trouble. You know what I mean? Tell you the truth, type deal. Because about 2 fights ago, she got tested, right? She ended up knocking her out in the 5th round, but that girl made it work for it. You know what I mean? Type deal. Now, that wasn't a world beater, right? The girl actually had a losing record that she beat, but that was a tough, fight. Go watch that jump. That was Du versus Colavia, Millennia Colavia, Du Bois versus Colavia. So if y'all want to go watch a fight, y'all want to check out, y'all ain't seen her. Du Bois versus Colavia. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time. I know other people lie right now, type deal. I know everybody, got shit to do, type deal. But if y'all could help keep the likes with the views, hit that thumbs up for your boy. Greatly appreciate everybody sliding through this thing. We gonna get into the O'Shaquie Foster portion of this thing. I ain't got to put O'Shaquie Foster picture up here, right? Because we know who O'Shaquie Foster is at this point, right? We do know who O'Shaquie Foster is at this point, right? We know who O'Shaquie Foster is at this point, right? So I ain't got to put O'Shaquie Foster picture at this point, right? And this was the main event of the weekend. You know what I mean? O'Shaquie Foster versus Ray Vargas. So if y'all in the building right now, let me see. Let me see where I'm at. Let me see where I'm at. Let me see where we going. Right. So we got 24 likes. I got 16 people in the building. If you're in the building right now, you ain't hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up for your boy. Right. So O'Shaquie Foster versus Ray Vargas. If y'all checked out my fight breakdown and prediction between O'Shaquie Foster and Ray Vargas, I picked O'Shaquie Foster to win this fight by decision. Not sure if I picked UD or SD right. I'm gonna just say I picked SD right because that's what I think I did. Because I know what I think of Ray Vargas. I know what I think of O'Shaquie Foster, right? So going into this fight, I predict the winner, right? I predict it being a decision. Not sure if I said SD or UD. It was a UD on the card. I may have predicted SD, right? So I got the decision right. I got the winner right. But I might have got the type of decision wrong, right? And I'm saying that to say this. Going into this fight, I expected Ray Vargas, you know what I mean, to give O'Shaquie Foster a test. I expected Ray Vargas, to make O'Shaquie Foster, you know what I mean, dig down. And not to say that O'Shaquie Foster, just sweep them. I don't think he made O'Shaquie Foster dig down. I think he made O'Shaquie Foster tighten up, right? And that's even better than digging down, right? Because digging down meaning that, you probably getting gat, meaning that's, he probably, giving you some and you giving him some. What O'Shaquie Foster did was tighten up. He didn't dig down. You know what I mean? He got he locked in, right? And I mean that literally, right? Because if you watch that fight, go back and watch that fight, or if you watched it, I don't know if y'all noticed, bro. But I was and I wasn't even doing it on purpose, right? But I noticed, man, O'Shaquie Foster eyes was wide the fuck open the whole fight. You know what I mean? Like the whole fight, his eyes was wide open. Like he was focused, man. That man was locked in. That boy looked like he had did tons of drugs, you know what I mean, before the fight. But he didn't because, right after the fight, it was back normal. But you could see that's how locked in that man was. That boy had the bug eyes like during the fight, and then between rounds, he would relax a little bit. But you could see like the focus in his face. You could see the focus in his eyes, and you could see the focus in the way that he fought. What's good, No Smoke TV? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, No Smoke. Glad you can make it, pimp. What's good, bro? Appreciate you sliding through. We in this thing having a boxing conversation. We talking about O'Shaquie Foster. We in O'Shaquie Foster and Ray Vargas portion of the show. If y'all just sliding in this thing, if y'all could hit that thumbs up for your boy. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, let YouTube know that we live. Let YouTube know that we talking this good boxing. Help get your boy in that algo, right? But I expected, I expected Ray Vargas to make O'Shaquie Foster have to dig down, right, and pull out a tooth and nail, kind of battle, right? But O'Shaquie Foster, he went in there, and I thought highly of O'Shaquie Foster, You know what I mean? Anyway, I talked to Oshaki Foster. Follow each other on Twitter, right? I holler at him from time to time. We've been, you know how it go. So we've been working out, to get him on the show. But it took me to get, me and Shaw. It took me and Shaw like months, to get on the right page. I've been knowing Desmond Nicholson for a long time, right? And he just now, coming on the show type deal. So, but eventually, we go get Shock on this joint, right? But I hit him up, congratulate him after the fight type deal. But I expected Ray Vargas to give Oshaki Foster, like, man, I expected him to, I don't want to say, I expected him to at least be able to touch Oshaki Foster, man. Just for lack of a better phrase, bro, Oshaki Foster just made it look easy. He made it look like Ray Vargas didn't belong. He made it look like Ray Vargas didn't belong in the ring with him. You know what I mean? He made it look, he made, I thought Ray Vargas, like, as far as like boxers go, I graded Ray Vargas on the high scale of boxers. I graded Oshaki Foster on the high scale of boxers, right? But what Oshaki Foster went in there and did was he showed us that he's maybe not even one or two levels above Ray Vargas, right? But he's levels above Ray Vargas, and Ray Vargas is coming out the biggest win of his career, right? And Mark Magsayo type deal, most division champ, Ray Vargas type deal. Ray Vargas was borderline, right? If he had to get this Oshaki Foster fight, that would have been his third division, right? That would have been his third division, right? Because he just beat Mark Masayo for his second, right? Or his second or third division, right? He had to beat Oshaki Foster. They would have shot that, through the roof. But for Oshaki Foster to be the underdog, right? To go into San Antonio, which is technically, it's a home fight for both of them. Ray Vargas resides in Texas, right? And Oshaki Foster is from Houston. So it's a home fight for both of them. You know what I mean? Big fight, Alamo Dome, to beat Ray Vargas. And again, a phrase I used earlier, not just beat him, but the way that he beat him. Skills. What's good, Pimp? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Pimp. Glad you can make it. TWT in the building. What's good, buddy? Appreciate you sliding through. Where we going? Where we going? Appreciate you sliding through. 817, what's good? What's good? He said, nah, ain't no home cooking in the black man San Antonio. Not name motherfucking David Robinson, man. That's Texas. That's Texas. That's Texas, mate. That's Texas, man. Shaq from Houston, you can't tell it. That's home cooking. That's home cooking for them both. That's home when you cook when it's a Mexican, and a black dude, that's home cooking, man. That's home cooking. They both reside in Texas. This home cooking. This neutral site. What's good, A17? Neutral site A17, right? It wasn't in Houston, it wasn't in Dallas, right? Neutral site San Antonio. They couldn't have did it no better. I ain't never basically what I'm saying, A17 is. Basically what I'm saying, A17 is Texas don't like nail. I mean San Antonio, right? San Antonio don't like nail one of them. Like don't like Vargas or don't like Foster. Don't like nail one of them. He said shit. Right, but I digress. But that's a big fight right in the Alamo Dome. I think that's where Tank fought Leo at, right? That's where A17. That's where A17. I said A17. Look at this nigga. That's where Tank fought Leo at. That's where Virgil Ortiz fought. Who Virgil Ortiz fought there? Was that Mike McKinson? And Mike McKinson, I think Virgil Ortiz fought Mike McKinson in that thing. Virgil Ortiz, he's in San Antonio, Mexico City, bro. He from Houston, bro. They travel. Hey, A17. I saw plenty of people from my Twitter, bro, at that fight in San Antonio. Hey, but look though, A17, they was Mexican. A17, they was Mexican though. A17, they was Mexican. Shit. They was Mexican. I saw plenty of people go off my Twitter, but yeah, they was Mexican though. Yep. It was some black people sprinkled in there though, but yeah. Yeah, they was Mexican though. Yo, but so see, that's even better, right? That's even better. So I just can't call Texas. I can't call Texas. I can't call San Antonio. I can't call San Antonio enemy territory for Cali. Which fight? Which Ortiz fight was in Texas, Carm? Which fight did Virgil Ortiz have at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio? Virgil fought somebody in there for sure. Who he fought? I don't know. I said he fought McKinson or somebody in there, motherfucker. He fought somebody in there though. Right, nigga fought somebody in there, John though. But that's a pretty big stadium though. Tank most definitely, being the biggest fight in there, John. Tank most definitely fought goddamn Leo in there, John. That might be their stadium, huh? Let me see. I'm finna see. He fought him in Fort Worth. He fought McKinson in Fort Worth. He fought McKinson in Fort Worth, come. He fought McKinson in Fort Worth. He fought Kavalaskis at the Ford Center, at the Star in Frisco. He fought Hooker at Fort Worth. I was at that fight. That might have been the judge I'm talking about. So that Fort Worth Dickens Arena, that's in Arlington. I was at that Hooker fight because Tevin Farmer was on that judge. He fought Herrera in Vegas. This nigga fought somebody at the Alamo though. Texas. Now he never fought the Alamo though. He fought at AT&T Stadium, right? Colorado, MGM Graham, T-Mobile, Colorado, Los Angeles, T-Mobile, Houston, Vegas, Grand Prairie. What the fuck is that? Fantasy Springs Casino. That Dickens in Fort Worth. Is that AT&T? Is that AT&T? Yeah, that's Arlington. Yes, yeah. I went to that junk. Yep. Yeah, he fought in Frisco. Yep, I went to that junk. That junk in Arlington because that was Tevin Farmer or Juno Carroll. Yep. I could have sworn that nigga fought in the Alamo Dome though. But I know Tank ass fought in that junk. He fought Leo in that thing. Somebody else put on that shit in the Alamo Dome though. The Alamo Dome live though, they be putting on some fights in that junk. That might be I was supposed to go to that junk too. I had bought tickets to that junk and everything. And the raggedy bitch I was fucking with had fucked it up for me. Had fucked up the trip for me. Man. I said, fuck, I ain't going nowhere with your ass. We just ain't go. If you just ain't go, I ain't go. He knocked Leo ass out too. I should have went. I had about tickets. I bought plane ticket, fucking hotel, and tickets to the fight for Bud versus Sean Porter. Missed my flight, bro. Got all the way to the airport. Got all the way to the terminal, bro. And the plane was still there, but they had already did the head count, and the bitch wouldn't even let me in. And then they was like, we can get you a jaunt. They was like, we can get you a jaunt to Cali and then to Vegas for like a extra 150. I was like, all right, let me call and see if I can get a hotel in Cali, right? So I called the fucking hotel, see if they had some reservations. He was like, yeah. Took me about, bro, 4-5 minutes, bro. I went back to the desk. I was like, all right, I'm ready to do the Cali jump. She was like, oh yeah, it ain't open no more. I was like, man, I think that motherfucker was trying to get some extra money out of me because she was by herself when she said that. But her boss had walked over there, and then she was like, no, it's somebody got it or some shit like that. Yeah, UTA at that University of Texas Arlington Stadium. University of Texas Arlington. University of Texas Arlington. Yeah, that's the campus. That's the John. Tevin Farmer fought Juno. It was Tevin Farmer, Juno Carroll, and Virgil Ortiz knocked motherfucking Maurice Hooker head through the goddamn ropes. I knocked his shit raggedy. I said, damn. That was the beginning. That was the beginning of the end of Mo Hooker right there. Those the beginning of the end of Mo Hooker, bro. Yep. Yep. Tevin Farmer had on the Cincinnati Bengal shit. He had on Cincinnati Bengal shit. He knocked his man. That shit was beautiful, bro. That man, literally, bro. That shit was beautiful. I did knock out. That Virgil Ortiz knockout beautiful. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. And then the killing part is I had originally went there, right, thinking that fucking Tevin Farmer was the co-main. And then like once I had actually, got to the stadium, I realized that thinking Tevin Farmer was the main event. Once I actually had got to the stadium type shit, I was like, damn, Virgil Ortiz the main event. You know what I mean? I was so geeked on seeing Tevin Farmer fight that I ain't even, because then I wasn't as deep into boxing as I am now. Type that I was kind of just, you know what I mean? They was like, hey, fool, Tevin Farmer got to fight. We going there, John. I was like, I bet we going to Tevin Farmer fight because we fought with Tevin Farmer. So it was just that type of thing. You know what I mean? So we just went. But I knew who Virgil Ortiz was, right? When I got there, I'm like, damn, fool. I like, damn, fool, because I'm like, damn, these Virgil. I said, Virgil Ortiz fight too. They was like, yeah, he the main event. I was like, oh, shit. You know what I mean? So I ended up seeing the fight. Mo Hooker, because I wonder why I was seeing people walk around with their Mighty Mo things. So I was like, Mo Hooker fighting this motherfucker? They were like, yeah, he fighting Virgil. I was like, damn, he's gonna fight Virgil? I was like, damn, that's wild. And it was for the strap. Yeah, but those the beginning of the end of Mo Hooker, though, for sure. Those the beginning of the end of Mo Hooker. That was the beginning of the end of Mo. And I was trying to wonder, like, I was wondering my mind, like, how the hell is Tevin Farmer the co-main to Virgil Ortiz, and Tevin Farmer was good, Johnny, and Tevin Farmer was a champion at that time. Tevin Farmer was the 130-pound champion, and that was like his fucking third title defense or some shit like that. Second or third, like his third. That nigga defended John like 4 times. You know what I mean? That was like his second or third title defense, and they put him the co-main to Virgil Ortiz. Maybe because he was in Texas, right? It was a DAZN card in Texas. That is Virgil hometown, right? You know, Tevin from Philly. But I was like, how the hell does Tevin Farmer be a co-main to Virgil? And that's when Tevin said, I do this co-main, but after this, I ain't doing no more co-mains. There might have been his third title defense, like I said, then he stuck him in there with JoJo. Then he put him in there with JoJo. And I don't know what the hell happened to Tevin, right? But I digress, though. But Shaq Foster, he kicked Vargas' ass, man. He kicked Vargas' ass. I didn't expect him to kick Vargas' ass the way he kicked Vargas' ass, right? And I still think highly of Vargas, right? Because I ain't one of them dudes, right? I ain't one of them dudes. He said, Tevin ain't see the contract, bro. She your ass. He said, Tevin ain't see the contract, bro. Right? I ain't one of them dudes, right? Like after a fighter lose, right? I throw him away and shit like that. I still think Ray Vargas is a good fighter. I just think he ran into what Shaq Foster showed us, that he just a much better fighter, right? I just, he showed he's a much better fighter. I saw Ray Vargas say that he disagree with the decision, but he do respect it, right? So that's just his way of saying, I ain't really get beat up, but I take the loss, right? So I don't think he tripping on too much. But if Shaq Foster, and I know Ray Vargas is coming up from 30 to 35, right? People gonna say that, but Shaq Foster and Ray Vargas about the same size, right? Ray Vargas is actually taller, right? But Shaq Foster, you know what I mean? They reach. Shaq Foster had a longer reach, right? And body frame, right? They about tit for tat. You know what I mean? So if anything, he was at a size disadvantage. You know what I mean? In this fight. But what Shaq Foster showed us, right, that in this fight, that as far as boxing ability, that he was on a different level. It was times, right? Actually, the whole fight, right? Ray Vargas couldn't really touch Shaq Foster, which was surprising to me. You know what I mean? He couldn't touch him. It's like he was 2-3 steps behind Shaq Foster every time Shaq Foster made a move, right? Ray Vargas would try to throw his jab, or Shaq Foster would just kind of like duck him, throw it right straight, right? Sometimes Shaq Foster be about to throw Ray Vargas will be about to throw his jab, right? Or Shaq Foster will beat him to the punch with that sniper jab, boom. Throw Ray Vargas out. Ray Vargas will try to counter him, and Shaq Foster will jump back. He'll take that step back after the jab, right? He had he had Ray Vargas mentally, messed up. He had Ray Vargas mentally messed up the whole night with that step back. It's like he would be in range for him, and then he would be out of range for him, but he would never jump into range. He was countering Ray Vargas. He was doing it so beautifully. Like he used timing, like one of those old school boxers, and that's what made it look so easy when you got a fighter who's naturally more athletic. It was good, Shout. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Shout. Glad you can make it quick. Get calm in here, right? It was good. What's good, calm? Appreciate you sliding through this thing too. Glad you can make it. But hell yeah. I digress, right? He looked, real sharp. I expected him, Ray Vargas, right? I expected Ray Vargas to at least to be able to, make Shaq and Foster think a little bit, right? And if he could make them think, I expect him to at least be able to, with volume, be able to frustrate him a little bit. But Shaq and Foster was, you know, so much quicker, right? He was so much like he was like again, he was like 2-3 steps ahead of him. It's like everything Ray Vargas wanted to do, Shaq and Foster had an answer for it. He said Ray works being his jab, so if you're too slick and don't let him reset, Vargas can't get anything going. That's exactly what Shaq and Foster did, man. He froze him. Like he froze him. Like he couldn't move. It's like at first Ray Vargas was trying to counter, Shaq and Foster was hitting him, with the step back. Right, he'll throw the jab, step back. Ray Vargas will try to counter, he'll hit him with the straight. Shaq and Foster will wrap him up, right? He did that for like 2-3 rounds. Right. And then Ray Vargas tried to, he stopped boxing with him and he tried to walk him down. And that's when Shaq and Foster, Shaq and Foster could have went to the body a little more, right? But when Ray Vargas started walking him down, that's when Shaq and Foster showed him that, oh yeah, I can fight on the inside too. He started sitting down, his punches right a little bit, making Vargas pay, with his hooks, and then he'll turn them. And then when Vargas will try to counter him, he'll wrap him up, right? And shout out to the referee for letting them fight and letting them box, right? I like fights where the referee don't get overly involved in the fight, and he actually, he called the fight, the right way. When Ray Vargas was working, right, he really couldn't even say that Shaq was smothering any of Ray Vargas' work, because for the most part, it was just Ray Vargas looking at Shaq and Foster, punch on him, and move out the way. You get what I'm saying? I really couldn't, believe the way he made Ray Vargas almost look like he didn't belong. Like he made Ray Vargas look like a low tier fighter. You know what I mean? Almost type deal. He said Shock was able to dip in and out whenever he wanted. Yeah, right. And then Shock wasn't he wasn't jumping into him, right? He was using his distance well. He was using his distance well. He wasn't jumping in. He wasn't using a whole lot of wasted punches. Because I think what surprised Ray Vargas as well, right? I think what surprised Ray Vargas as well, right, is that Shaq Foster had a longer reach than him. You know what I mean? Ray Vargas was standing at a range. Shaq Foster was standing at a range, and Shaq Foster was actually able to hit Ray Vargas, right, at a range where Ray Vargas was used to, having their advantages at. I think Ray Vargas was surprised at, how often and easy Shaq was able to hit him. You know what I mean? I think that caused a lot of the timidness, right? Right. That's what made him look so slow. We know Shaq Foster is a faster fighter than him, right? But that night, it looked like he looked like he made Ray Vargas look like I don't want to do Roddy like that, but he made Ray Vargas look like almost a pub fighter. Man, I think Shaq, those scorecards was ridiculous, by the way, right? But I think Ray Vargas. I think Shaq Foster damn near won every round of that fight, man. It was hard for me to give Ray Vargas any round of that fight and not like Ray Vargas. And I'm saying this because I should have that. I'm saying this because I got the question up here, right? And I got how many people? I got 16 people there. Who y'all think the best fighter is at 140, right? We got the champions, Joe Cordina, the WBO champion, right? Shaq Foster, the WBC champion. Hector Garcia is the WBA champion. And the WBO champion is Emmanuel Navarrete. So we got Navarrete, we got Joe Cordina, we got Hector Garcia, and we got O'Shaquie Foster. Who y'all got? Who y'all got as the best? He said you literally have to try and find a round to give. Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying, bro. You gotta, you know what I mean? It was he 12, he basically 12 over them, 11 won them, 10 to them at the best, right? The best I think you could give in that fight, right? The best I think you could give in that fight, right, is a 10-2, literally, and not like Ray Vargas, like not still like Ray Vargas. Once Ray Vargas go back down to his division, what I really want to happen, right? So people won't try to rip their win away from O'Shaquie Foster, right? I want Ray Vargas to stay at 135 and beat, 135. I want Ray Vargas to stay at 130, right, and beat a credible opponent. What's good, T Hunt? I want him to stay at 130 and beat a credible opponent so people won't say, well, that dude just came up, right? And O'Shaquie Foster beat him. He wasn't even real 130, right? So I would kind of like Ray Vargas to stay there and beat somebody else up at 130. But since Ray Vargas is a champion at 126, right, more than likely he's going to go back down, right, and defend his strap. So I ain't got no problem with Ray Vargas doing that, right? But at this point, I don't see. At this point, I just named the champions: Cordina, Navarrete, and Hector Garcia, right? I feel like all those fights, will be interesting, right? For Shaq, I think all those fights will be interesting, right? Those will be entertaining fights for sure, because those guys gonna come to fight, right? But if we talking about Emmanuel Navarrete, his last two fights, right? He fought a guy named Baez, right? That Baez guy was winning that fight with Navarrete. Then he knocked him out. Then Navarrete fought some other guy. This last guy that he just fought, right, knocked Navarrete down. He got up, right. He had to spit his mouthpiece out. That whole little debacle. Navarrete ended up coming back and stopping the dude, right. But he did get knocked down right in that fight. So Navarrete last two fights been kind of close. If Navarrete is facing off against if Navarrete is facing off against O'Shaquie Foster, I'm taking O'Shaquie Foster every day of the week, and I'm taking him twice on Saturdays because Saturdays is fight days. Let me wrench up T Hunt so T Hunt ain't gotta be waiting for YouTube. So T Hunt, what's good, baby? So T Hunt ain't gotta be waiting for us to clear him his words and shit. T Hunt, you been here long enough to where we ain't gotta clear your damn speech for you. Should be able to say what the hell that you want to say. There you go, T Hunt. I just rinsed you up. I just rinsed you up, T Hunt. Shout out to my guy T Hunt for sliding this through. Let me drop the helmet one time. Appreciate you sliding through this time, T Hunt. Glad you can make it. But yeah, what the hell was I saying? Navarrete. Appreciate you, A1. Say, yeah, Navarrete. He go, what's good, Edgar Chavez? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Edgar. Glad you can make it, pimp. What's good, brother? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. But so we talking about the 130-pound division of Shaq Foster. I'm doing my weekend wrap up. Want to talk about two fighters in particular. Caroline DuBois, think she a beast, think she next up. I think it's time for her to take that next step up in competition right now. She don't got to knock out no more, lower level tier. She got it together. She throw every punch in the game. She disciplined. She got the IQ. She got power in the punches. She ready. Get in there with a champion or a top fighter to line her up for a champion, in her next fight. One or two more fights, get Caroline DuBois in there. She one of them ones. I ain't got to see no more. Carissa Shields, Sadasia Green, Caroline DuBois, my three favorite current women boxers right now. Carissa Shields being number one as the original gangster, right? And then you got Sadasia Green, who just knocked out Ellen Sanderus like nobody else, right? Because she's only been knocked out once. She only got 2 losses, right? And she went life and death with that girl for that loss, right? So she almost won. She lost a split decision, so she almost really won that fight, right? So Deja Green came out, wiped up. You know what I mean? And then you got Caroline Dubois, who I've seen in her very first fight, right, go on points. And since then, she ain't had a points yet. She knocking people out in the first round, in the third round. And, you know, she getting people up out of there. She got every punch. She fight like a dude almost. I ain't gonna lie, I don't want to sound sexy, but that what she fight like. She fight like a man. Clarissa Shields, we saw her in maturation, and she fight like a dude too. Now, you know what I mean? We remember Clarissa Shields used to windmill, but you know, she grew, she maturated, and now she getting in that same little line where not even fighting like a dude. Like you just can see that they're different in their own style. They fight like their own woman, right? But they just different. You can look at them, you can see that, you know, those they got different styles, right? You know what I mean? They got different, they different from the rest. Carissa Shields, you know, and she grew into that, right? She grew into that because people used to critique her boxing skills and her boxing ability. You know what I mean? And she listened to it and she tightened up and she honed her stuff up and she got it, you know, and she got it through there type deal. Now you got people, right, like Sadasia Green and Caroline Dubois who could look at her, see what she did and be like, oh, well, I know if I could, you know, if I invest in this, I get my game right. I'll eventually get my shot too. So it's kind of just a trickle down effect. So basically, I said I like to say that Caroline Dubois one of them once. Now we talking about Oshaka Foster, right? And I'm looking at this 130-pound division. I'm looking at the landscape of everything, right? And I'm looking at the champions. Again, Cardina, right? And it's a real question. I want y'all to answer. I want y'all to answer this question. What's good, Roy? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. Glad you can make Queen. But yeah, I digress. Damn, what the fuck I was saying? Oh yeah. Between these champions, but y'all some haters, man. Y'all some haters, man. Y'all some haters, man. Right, but I digress. I'm looking at these champions, right? I'm looking at these champ. Hey, one right, dog. Like, right. Hey, one, look, I ain't even go. Look, dog, look. I ain't finna let y'all. Right, Shaw. Tell them, Shaw. I ain't finna let y'all. Look, I ain't finna let y'all give me. I ain't finna let y'all give me this joke. Nope, I sure like. I ain't finna let y'all give me this joke. Nope, because I'm smarter than that. Nope. I ain't finna let y'all give me anything, right? But I digress, right? I digress. We got Joe Cordina, right? We got Hector Garcia. We got Emmanuel Navarrete. And we got Shaggy Foster, right? We done broke down. You know, Emmanuel Navarrete. Calm down. Calm, man. They trying to get me in here, man. They stay. Cause you remember that was here the other time they were trying to get me when you was here. They were trying to get me. They stay trying to get me in this junk. They be trying to get me in this junk, man. They be trying to get T in this thing, right? But so we just broke down Emmanuel Navarrete, right? And he out here getting bust up. Right, by ease, right? I can't remember the last dude he fought. Who's the last dude that Emmanuel Navarrete fought, right? His first fight at 130. His first fight at 130, that man almost got knocked out. Like, he almost got knocked out his first fight at goddamn 130. He had to use like the mouthpiece trick. He had to use, y'all terrible here. He had to use like the mouthpiece trick. He had to use like first, like, he got like a 15-second count. Then he spit the mouthpiece out. You know, he got the like a 15-second count. Then he got the goddamn mouthpiece trick. They bought him about another, goddamn 10 seconds, and he was trying to get. And he was trying 1 second stop. It was. It was. I ain't finna play with y'all fuck to this shit today, bro. I'm not finna do it. Karma. I'm not finna do it, girl. I'm not. Y'all ain't gonna let me get through. Oh. So now that we all friends in here, right? So now that we all friends in here. So now that everybody friends, so now that everybody friends in here, right? We can we can continue. Now that we all got acquainted, right? We can continue with the show, right? Y'all good people. Appreciate y'all slap up. Y'all could jab that like button for your boy. You roll on there. We got 14 people in the video, right? We got 37 likes. Y'all get your boy on up to 50. Y'all go ahead and get your boy right. Y'all go ahead, these motherfuckers. I'm trying to talk about Joe Cordina, bro. Y'all, what is y'all on today? What is y'all on? I can't believe it's too early for this, man. Why did y'all up so early? Why did y'all up so early on this type of behavior, man? It's 10 a.m. Y'all know it's 10 a.m. I'm trying to get through this, man. Y'all know I ain't gonna be here that long. I'm trying to get up through here, dog. I'm trying to get on up through here, man. Y'all gonna let me get up through here. All y'all play too much. Shout out my girl, Miss Joey. Appreciate you, Miss Joey. Miss Joey said there are fights this weekend. Yes, there is, Miss Joey. Yes, there is. Shout out my girl, Miss Joey. Big fight this weekend, Miss Joey, is Lara versus Wood. That's that's the big one. Lara versus Wood is the big jump. We got Lee Wood, right, versus Mauricio Lara. For reference, Mauricio Lara is the dude that knocked out Josh Warrington. Lee Wood is the dude that knocked out Michael Cullen, right? Not Mike McKinson, but Mike McCullen, right? That's the guy, the one that knocked him out. You know what I mean? Right. But yeah, there is fight this week. I'm gonna do a fight breakdown and prediction on Wood and motherfucking Lara at some point today. That'll be my next EP, Wood and Lara breakdown, right? But I want to ask y'all a question. Who y'all think the best fight is at 130, right? I named you the champions. Who else at 130? There's not a champ. I named y'all the champions: Garcia, Navarrete. Matter of fact, I was about to run through the champions, right? Y'all ain't getting me off no more. I ain't let y'all get me off no more. Y'all getting me off. So what was I talking about? Yep. We do talk about Navarrete. I damn sure don't think Navarrete go beat him. For sure, Diaz. For sure. I damn sure don't think Navarrete go beat him, right? Because he out here getting slumped, right? You know what I mean? By entry level fighters at 130, right? Imagine if Shakur got knocked down and then knocked out and had to spit his mouthpiece out, right? And had to spit his mouthpiece out. And had to spit his goddamn mouthpiece out, right? In his first fight. They would have killed Shakur. Shakur might even have a career. Shout out Robeisy Ramirez, right? Now fuck Robeisy Ramirez. I think he a bad motherfucker. I don't think a lot of people fucking Robeisy Ramirez, right? But he lost his first fight, right? Maybe if Shakur had lost his first fight or something like that, they would have kicked his ass out the door, right? But I digress. We talking about 130. The man Navarrete damn sure ain't gonna beat him, right? He getting beat up by entry level fighters. We got Hector Garcia, Joe Cordina, right? Joe Cordina, I like him. I like Joe Cordina's swag, right? Some people kind of feel like that he ducked. Who was he about to fight? Was it he about to fight somebody and then he broke his hand or something like that? He about to fight somebody at 130 and then he broke his hand. I can't remember who it was right now. Was it Shakur Stevenson? Eddie Hearn had said that was it Shakur Stevenson? Yeah, I remember who Joe Cordina was about to fight. Then he like broke his hand or some shit like that. He had a big fight coming up, and then he broke his hand, and then he had to pull out, right? But he knocked out Cohegan. He knocked out Cohegan. The guy that beat Tevin Farm, but they took steroids. The Japanese guy, he beat him for the strap. He knocked him out cold. I wasn't expect him to knock Brow. He knocked him out. And then he was about to fight somebody else. I want to say it was Shakur Stevenson. He had said he wanted to fight Shakur Stevenson, and then they had started, they they had started pushing on us that they was about to fight that fight, right? And I think Cordina messed up his hand, and then Shakur Stevenson ended up fighting somebody else, and then dropping the belts and all that shit. And now Joe Cordina about to come back, and he about to fight. You know what I mean? But they got Joe Cordina. I think he nice. He a good boxer. He got a nice pop on his punches, right? Just told you he got that. He got that one punch knockout over. I think his name is Coesion, if I'm not mistaken. I know him when I see him, right? Because Tevin Farmer fought him. It was a damn good fight, and he ended up popping dirty later on. And Tevin Farmer ended up being rewarded a makeup fight, and he ended up winning. And that's how Tevin Farmer got his belt, right? But that guy, Joe Cordina, knocked him out one punch. You know what I mean? He never been knocked out before, and Cordina knocked him out with one punch. So I do think Cordina is real. I think that fight at 130, that'll be a good competitive fight for Shaq and Foster. But I just said Ray Vargas will be a competitive fight for Shaq and Foster, and he wiped the flow up with Ray Vargas, But I think that'll be, pretty competitive. But Cordina, right, looking at what he just did to Ray Vargas, right, looking at the best of Shaq and Foster, right, seeing Shaq and Foster at his best last Saturday, Joe Cordina may be too small for O'Shaq Foster. His fight before that, and O'Shaq Foster said it was a training camp issue, a stamina issue, right, which is why he was kind of sluggish in his previous fight, right? But in his fight before that, I think that was the best time to catch O'Shaq Foster. I think now O'Shaq Foster is on top of his game. He locked in, and I think Cordina might just be like too small, right now. A lot of Cordina advantages is his athleticism. He's not going to be more athletic, than O'Shaq Foster, right? They're about the same height, but O'Shaq Foster has a longer reach, right? But that's going to be a nice chess match, though, I think. A chess match in which I see that fight about 60-40, right? I think that fight is about 60-40 at this point. What's good, bro? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, bro. I'm glad you can make it. My North Memphis brother, Brad on Boxing. What's good, pimp? Yeah, you know what I mean? A170, y'all shock look good, right? That's gonna be a chess match, I think, right? But a lot of Cordina advantages come from him being, a better athlete, right? And him having that power. It's gonna be hard for him to really hit O'Shaq Foster, right? And when he do hit him, it's gonna be even harder for him to hit him clean. You know what I mean? Because it's boxing, you go get hit right, but in boxing, you don't want to get hit clean. That's the thing, right? That's the trick. People say, yeah, you go get hit right, but that don't mean go out there and take punches with your face. You go get hit right, but you want to take the least amount of clean punches as you could take, right? You want to make them miss punches. You want to make them hit your gloves. You want to, catch punches like with your shoulder, like I said, like with your gloves. You know what I mean? Like when you hit you on the body, you kind of want to turn with it, right? You never want to let your opponent land flush shots. That's the part of boxing, right? Yeah, you go get hit, but you want to try to avoid getting hit clean, right? Because you don't get hit clean, sometimes they won't score. If you don't get hit, if you don't get hit clean, they're not supposed to score it at all. But we know how that shit go. You know what I mean? So Cordina, I'm a little worried of him being like, small in size, him not having the athletic advantage in this fight, right? And O'Shaq Foster, just being a better, per boxer. That fight with Cordina is gonna be a chess match, a boxer versus a boxer. And I think and I think O'Shaq, will be able to outbox Cordina. Hector Garcia a little bit, of the same with Cordina, but the most interesting thing about Hector Garcia, and I think that's going to be O'Shaq Foster's toughest fight. The interesting thing about Hector Garcia is Hector Garcia could take a punch, right? Hector Garcia could box. Hector Garcia could take a punch, right? We saw that with Gervonta Tank Davis. I'm expecting Hector Garcia to be a little tougher, right, than a Ray Vargas, to be a little tougher even than Joe Cordina, right? When stuff not working for Hector Garcia, he dig down. So he's one of those guys who is going to test O'Shaq Foster's will in his gas tank. You know what I mean? Because he could box, right? And he got that dog in him. You know what I mean? So he's going to, at some point, right? If O'Shaq Foster is in that fight and he's outboxing Hector Garcia, right, he's able to land first, right? Hector Garcia, the kind of dude, he go test you, he go put his foot on the gas, and he go make you, fight him. So O'Shaq Foster is going to have to be able to, not saying that he can't, right? But I think that fight with Hector is going to be the one, the most interesting fight. The best, I think Hector has the best chance to beat O'Shaquie Foster is what I'm saying right now, right? Because right now, to answer my own question, is Foster the best at 130? I think right now it's O'Shaquie Foster in the field. You know what I mean? At 130. I think right now it's O'Shaquie Foster in the field. The field and then O'Shaquie Foster, right? If you're talking about the field, I think Navarrete loses. I think Joe Cordino loses. And I think Hector Garcia probably gives you know what I mean, O'Shaquie Foster his toughest fight. You know what I mean? Right now. Not saying that I think he win, right? I really don't know who will win that fight, right? But I think Hector will be his toughest matchup right now. I know I'm forgetting some guys at 130. I could probably bring up the 130 rankings, right? And yell out a few more guys. Right, we got Bruce Carrington, you know what I mean, down there, but he'll prospect, right? Type deal. I could probably bring 130 up and run out some more guys, right? But just the top of the top, right? You know, I don't see anybody now. There's a sneak chance, right? That you know, Tank could come down for 130, right? But I think Tank got more than enough fights at 135 with Shakur. You know what I mean? And Frank, I think he got more than enough fights at 135. I don't see no need for him to fight at 130, right? But he could dip down. You know what I mean? Valdez, Valdez at 130. Yep. Ramu. Yeah, he did Tank up, take it through, give it through, play more games, dangerous shot. He seems to be cautious. Yeah, he seen, yep. Tevin Farmer. Yep, Tevin Farmer. Is Tevin Farmer fighting Mickey B at 130 or 135? He said Tevin Farmer. I think Tevin Farmer still game. Most definitely. I think Tevin Farmer still game. Tevin Farmer gonna be on somebody's card pretty soon. Who card Tevin Farmer gonna be on? Who card Tevin Farmer gonna be on? My bad, but I know I'm the dog on TV. And then I'm like, where the fuck did that come from? You know what I mean? But to answer my own question, right? I most definitely think O'Shaquie Foster is the best at 130. I think O'Shaquie Foster is the one to beat at 130. And this is what I want 130 to do, dog. I want 130 to go ahead and unify, right? Because everybody should have confidence that they could beat everybody at 130 right now because it's wide open, right? The champions, right? At least to them, right? The champions, at least on paper, right? He gonna be on Popeye's Bill like K Nitty. Man, yep, show lives with Adrian Broner. He gonna be on Adrian Broner, John ain't. No, he gonna be on there in February, bro. He on AB John 817. He gonna be on there this month on the 28th. He on AB John, bro. He gonna be on AB John 817, you know, this month. If I'm mistaken, ain't that the co-main for Adrian Broner? Tevin Farmer. But yeah, I think right, Tevin Farmer go fight Mickey Bay, right? He go dust Mickey Bay up. And then I think after he does Mickey Bay, I think Tevin Farmer he got another chance. He got another little run. You know what I mean, left field. He got another little run before he ended up Mickey Bay. Yeah, he fight Mickey Bay. Yeah, he fighting on AB John. Yeah, A1C. Yep. He fighting on AB John. He fighting this month. Yeah, so he go dust Mickey Bay, all right. But I think he can make another little run. You know, I think he can make another little run. He's done for Mickey Bay. He ain't got to Mickey Bay. You should not go outside. Hold on. My dog won't go outside. What's good, DP? Appreciate you sliding through. But yeah, I ain't finna keep up too much y'all time. I know my brother Five finna go live pretty soon. I'm gonna slide over there to brother Five joint. I make sure y'all slide over there too. You know what I mean? I think his thing come on like at 10:30, 10:40, something like that. Probably will come on right when I end this joint. Or you know what I mean? But basically what I'm saying is from the weekend, right? Carolina the boys one of them ones. At 1:30, I pretty much don't think nobody fucking with O'Shaq and Foster. You know what I mean? He finally got his time right, and when he got it, he most definitely seized it right. The boy ain't missed a beat. He made Ray Vargas look like he ain't belong. 1:30, y'all asses in some trouble. You know what I mean? But until the next one, Skinny Hardaway 7T. This ain't the past, this ain't the future, but this the present. That's how we rocking, and I'm out. Love.